Alright, so I figured I would try and do a video on how to modify stabilizers. I don't currently have ones that have legs that need clipped, but I do have ones that I could lubricate and show you guys. Alright, so a normal stabilizer, this is a stabilizer for like the shift key, the enter key, the backspace key. You take it apart. All you do is kind of pop it up 90 degrees, pull it out, and then the housing and the stem. On the stem, I'm not going to be able to get it to focus. You'll see these little legs at the bottom. A lot of the times these legs will have protrusions. Actually, this one does right on this one. So maybe I can show you. So these protrusions, to where it's not flush, they will actually, tap your PCB and create extra noise. So all you do is you locate the leg that is protruding, which means it's right here. You can see it's kind of sticking up. So you take your flush cutters and you literally just pop it off. Now it is flush, and it's not going to make that ticking noise against the PCB. Generally there will be two on opposite ends, but for some reason these stabilizers only have one. Alright, so your next step after you clip all of the stems. It's called the stem because this is where you place the keycap. This is the Cherry MX stem. You want to make sure to notice which one's the front and which one's the back. The front has two holes, one right here, one down at the bottom. The back only has one. I know my autofocus on this camera sucks. I'm using my phone. I'm so sorry. I'm hoping this turns out well. But so what you will need for this, I use Permatex dielectric grease. Right now I have Honkid Switch lubricant. It is 205 grade 0, which is what you want. You need a really tiny thin paintbrush for the bristles to get into the housings and everything. Another option, if you don't have the jar of lube, I got this when I first started doing my keyboards. This is 205 grade 0. This is Krytox 205 grade 0. This is a syringe with lube in it, and you can pour it in here and kind of, dip your brush into it. I haven't done that in a while since I have this, which it's so nice. You just open it and there you go. There's the lube. So you set that down, you get everything ready. We have this stabilizer, which is bone dry. Pop it open by popping it 90 degrees. Take out the wire, put it over there. You have the housing, and you have the stem. Again, look for any protrusions that would make the stem not flush, or any little divots that wouldn't be flush with it. Take your flush cutters and pop. Be warned, they go flying and they're small, so you might get hit in the eye. But now that those are flush, take your brush, I usually do the housings first, because then you could just set them upside down and they're done because they're upside down. So I like the more is more method of lubing. People do it differently, but I go in from the bottom and you take the lube on the brush And you literally just coat the inside on all 4 walls. You know, kind of just give it an even coating. And then you set it upside down so you know it's done. Get the other one. Get your lube. Go from the bottom. Do a nice even layer. I don't know if it's necessary, but I like to get the 4 stems that are sticking up because they still make contact with the actual stem. And you want to lubricate wherever there are contact points. Alright, so the housing is done. The best way to do the stems, in my opinion, hold it to where the front, the 2 holes, are towards the front of your pointer finger. Now this, you do not need as much lube whatsoever. But all you do is you get a little bit of lube, and you do one side. You don't need to lube the stem, just lube the square part, flip it over. Lubricate that. Now, the front of the housing is where the wires go. You can always tell because it is the one that sticks out a little bit more. So all you do is you flip it like this, 90 degrees. You put the side with 2 holes of the stem into the housing. Make sure it goes in. Boom. That's 1/2 of a stabilizer done that easily. So then you repeat that with the stem of the other one. Flip it over. Now, the good thing about lubrication, you can just wipe it off with a paper towel or even rinse these and they'll be good to go. You could redo it if you screwed up. Your first time doing it might not be good. Hell, I'm probably not even doing the best job of it, especially because I'm lazy, but... So, this one's already lubed. Find the front where the wires go. Find the front with the 2 holes. Put them together. Boom. Okay. So now, the easiest part, because it is really just very lazy, open up your dielectric grease. Squeeze it just a little bit so it starts coming out a little bit. Take your wire. You see how it has the 90-degree angle? Just dip it in the dielectric grease, go a little bit past that 90-degree angle, get a nice glob of it on there. Insert it into the bottom hole, second hole. Make sure you can move the switch or the stabilizer and that it moves, and then just pop it down. And then take it, flip it over, do the same thing on this side. You honestly can't use too much on the wires. If you find out it's not rebounding or it's mushy, just kind of keep tapping the key a little bit. It'll help actuate and spread all the lube out, and then it'll be better very quickly. So you just put this in the bottom hole, tap it, you can test them, make sure they work, and now you have a fully lubricated stabilizer. Now, there are other mods you can do, like the medical tape mod, around the wire, or the Holy mod, which is a piece of fabric band-aid or medical tape up and through the stabilizer. I don't do those because they require a lot of precision. If you do them wrong, they will screw up the feel of the stabilizer. But honestly, I really feel lubricating does a good enough of a job. But yeah, that is all you need to know. I tried to do this as clear as possible. I tried to give as much information as possible. I'm sure there are better videos, but I'm still kind of getting used to this. But yeah, that is how you lubricate a stabilizer. And it works the same whether you're doing a spacebar stabilizer. It works the same whether you're doing a plate-mounted stabilizer, a screw-in stabilizer, PC-mounted, pop-in stabilizer, doesn't matter. They're all the same. So I hope this helped, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.